Hello, hello. Today we are talking about how to successfully sell your service at a premium price. This is going to be a good one. If you're an entrepreneur, especially a service based entrepreneur, you're going to want to pay close attention to what we're going to be talking about today because I see a lot of people out there that offer amazing services. They're experts at what they do. They get amazing results for their clients, and yet they're way, way, way undervaluing themselves. I see people charging hours for dollars, because it's kind of the way we're taught in our society how to trade our time for money. But today we're going to talk about how do we bundle your value, your expertise, your knowledge, your wisdom, all your stuff, right? How do we create a valuable offer around all that so that you can charge a premium for it, right? A premium price, not charging hours for dollars, but charging a premium price. Okay. And when I say premium, we're talking about anywhere from 3,000 to 10,000. So hello, Peggy. Welcome, welcome. Glad you are here. And yeah, say hi if you're here. And if you're here live, put hashtag live in the comments. And if you're here with me watching the replay, you can put hashtag replay in the comments. And also, if you have any questions about anything, I am happy to answer those for you. I have been helping business owners succeed since 1996, so a long time, 20 plus years. So I have a lot of knowledge, wisdom, and expertise around business systems, strategies. How do you get the right people finding you, calling you, and paying you what you're worth, right? What you're worth for your services. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. But yeah, great to see you here live. And if you want to put your name, I can't see your name unless you type it in there. So it'd be awesome to see who you are. It doesn't show me your name on here unless you type it. So anyway, are you aware of what it takes to be seen as a high ticket expert? Okay. Many service providers believe that having more certifications or a really large following or hundreds and hundreds of testimonials on their page is the key. But I'm here to tell you that you don't need any of that. Okay. You really don't. You don't need any of that. If you can get results for people, there's a way to communicate the value around what you're offering in a way that you can charge a premium for it. Okay. Some assume it's as simple as providing like a pricey service. Okay. That's not going to happen either. If you're just like, well, I'm going to go from $100 an hour to charging 10,000 now, right? It doesn't happen that way either. There's a lot that goes into that, right? There's a lot of things that need to be figured out in order to be able to communicate, again, the value around what you're offering so that people really understand the value in it, and not only understand the value in it, but are also willing to pay that premium for it. Okay, so to make it easy for you, there are only four essential elements. Okay, four essential elements you must possess in order to successfully sell your offer for a premium price. So here they are. Okay, number one, being able, again, like I said, to clearly explain why you, okay, above anybody else, um, and the way you tackle the problems are unique. Okay. This is going to make you stand out against the competition. Okay. This is going to, and also when your words resonate in your copy and what you talk about, like even on a live or something like that, when your words resonate deeply with your ideal client, that is also going to make you automatically stand out as the go-to. Okay. So to stand out in a crowded marketplace, it's crucial to clearly articulate why you and your approach to solving those problems are unique to anybody else. Okay. And this involves highlighting your distinct qualities, your expertise, and your experiences that set you apart from your competitors. But that's not all, right? You need to really tap in to what's going on with them. You need to get into their head, into their psychology. Okay. So that they think like, how does she know? How does she know that I was just telling my husband that last night? How does she know that I was in the shower this morning, like thinking that exact thing, right? Like that's what makes you stand out. Okay. So, it's not just about showcasing your credentials or your certifications, but rather conveying the specific value that you bring to your clients as well. Okay. So when you can clearly explain your unique selling proposition, okay, you help potential clients understand why they should choose you over somebody else. Okay. Does that make sense? So this may include like demonstrating your innovative techniques, okay? Specialized knowledge or personalized approach that addresses their specific pain points. I said that slow intentionally, okay? Because that's really key. So, by emphasizing your qualities, you create a compelling case for why clients should select you as their preferred service provider. Okay. But there's a way to do it where it's just like, oh my gosh, this person really gets me. Okay, so it compels them to take action to either book a call with you or to come into your office or whatever, right? Or to create, enroll into your whatever you're offering. Okay, so let's move on to number two. Speaking to an audience that can not only afford you, okay, like not only afford what you're charging, okay, that premium price, but it's also willing to pay you. Okay. So there's like a commitment factor in there. Like when I always say this, like if there's a will, there's a way, right? People say, oh, I can't charge this premium price because they can't afford me. Right. And to some extent, yes, that's true. However, if they're committed, they'll find the money, right? I don't know if you've ever experienced that in your life where you're just like, "Oh my god, this is way more than I wanted to spend. I can't afford this right now," but you made it happen anyway. Okay, think of a time that that happened to you. This is what happens, like you have to have this you have to speak to that audience in that way that again compels them to want to take action, right? So targeting the right audience is essential, okay, for positioning yourself as a high ticket expert. It's not just about finding individuals who can afford your services. It's about identifying those who value your expertise and are willing to invest in it. Okay. Does that make sense? I'm just going to pause there just to let that sink in a little bit. So, understanding your target audience's needs, their desires, and pain. Okay, their pain points. It's crucial to crafting compelling messaging that resonates with them. So, by focusing your marketing efforts on an audience that aligns with your services and values, okay, you increase the likelihood of attracting clients who appreciate your worth and are willing to pay a premium price for it. Does that make sense? Let me know if you have any questions about that in the comments so far. Hey, Donna. Hey, Heidi. Nice to see you guys. Glad you're here with us live. Let me know if you have any questions about any business stuff. You can put it in the comments. I'm happy to answer it. Even if you're watching the replay, if you got questions, put it in the comments and I'm happy to answer those. Okay. So, yeah, so number two, right? Focusing on that, okay? That on that ideal audience, okay? This requires conducting thorough market research and tailoring your marketing message to speak directly to their aspirations and challenges. So by speaking their language and demonstrating how you can provide solutions that align with their goals, right? You automatically position yourself as the ideal choice for their needs. Okay. It just happens very naturally when you've done all this background stuff. This is what I work on with my clients over weeks, right? We really dig in. We use my proprietary niche encoding system that gets into the psychology of their ideal clients, my clients' ideal clients, who they want to serve, who they want to attract, right? And we get into the psychology so that we're able to dig up the exact words to use and formula in order to, right, come across as the go-to. Does that make sense? So let's move into number three. Okay, developing content that ties everything together so that you can start increasing demand for your services through your marketing. Okay. It's not just all piecemeal together. I see that a lot. I get a lot of calls from people daily that are like, oh, I have this done and I have that done. And I'm like, well, where did you learn that? She's like, oh, I took a course to put my offer together. And then I took another different course on how to do my Facebook ads. And then I took another course that showed me how to brand myself or something like that. I'm like, well, all of those are from different sources. They're not going to go together. Everything kind of needs to go together. Not kind of, it absolutely has to go together. Otherwise, it's not going to work. It's like building a house, right? Like you need that framework. But even though every house is a little bit different, it's got a different layout, different design, different things, it all still needs to fit around the framework. And that's exactly the same as building a successful business, right? Every business has framework that's been around for centuries to get the right people finding you, calling you, and paying you. but you're different, your knowledge is different, your wisdom is different, your experiences are different than anybody else in the world. Who you ideally want to attract is going to be different than who I might want to attract or somebody else. And your overall arching vision of your business is going to be different than anyone else also, right? But even though those are unique things, they still need to fit perfectly around that framework, right? And that's why we have a blueprint to follow in order to make sure that nothing's been done out of order, nothing's been missed, so that you have a really solid foundation to scale from in your business, right? Very important. So, anyway, number 3, developing content that ties everything together, right? The content development is a powerful tool for building awareness, establishing credibility, and increasing demand for your services. Okay, it's important to create content that showcases your expertise, educates your audience, and communicates the value that you provide. Okay, so this can take various forms. It could be blog posts, it could be articles, it could be videos, it could be podcasts, or it could be social media content, whatever it is, right? But it still needs to make sense. It still needs to tie together. It still needs to all go together. Like from the time, a stranger first sees maybe a post that you've posted all the way through to them becoming a client. Okay. And then what you're actually delivering for your service. Okay. All those things need to tie together cohesively. Okay. So your content should serve as a bridge between your unique qualities and the needs of your target audience. Okay. Makes sense? So it should effectively communicate your unique selling proposition. Okay. I don't know if you ever heard of that before. USP, unique selling proposition, right? Highlight your success stories and address common pain points that your audience faces. So by providing valuable insight and demonstrating your expertise through your content, you're establishing yourself as a trusted authority in the industry. Make sense? So effective content marketing not only attracts potential clients, but it also nurtures those relationships with them over time. And it doesn't have to take a long time. Okay. I have a simple 5-step strategy where it can get somebody from stranger to paying client within 24 to 48 hours. Okay. They see a post, they get in, they go through what I call a valuable free offer, which saves a lot of time. It can be automated. That positions you as the go-to expert. It kind of weeds out the people you wouldn't want to talk to, brings in the people that you really would want to talk to, and saves time by being automated. It creates this know, like, and trust factor in a really short period of time, and then gets them to book a call. Then they could book it the next day from first seeing that first post, and they could essentially, by the time they get into that call, they're saying, yes, 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 I want to work with this person, to get on the call to enrolling them into what you're offering. Very quick, very efficient, very simple. Doesn't have to be a long winded, nurturing relationship over time for everybody, right? And then there's others that will, not take that quick action and might need a little bit more nurturing over time. Okay. So you get both. But anyway, by consistently delivering valuable content, right, you're building trust, you're building credibility and a loyal following. Okay. So this in turn increases demand for your service, okay, your services, as the audience sees you as the go-to expert in your field. Does that make sense? And they hear you over and over again and like, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. So then they're like, okay, I got to work with this person. She just knows me too well. Right. So anyway, let me check the comments before I move on to number 4. Yay. Okay. No questions yet. Looks good. So anyway, number 4, let's move on to number 4. The fourth and most crucial factor, okay, is how you view yourself. Okay. How you view yourself. So bringing unshakable conviction and assurance to how you interact with your audience. Okay. And this might take some time to develop. But again, with clarity comes confidence. Okay. When you have clarity around how to do this, or what you're doing, what you're offering, right? How to communicate the value around what you're offering, all that stuff, that having that clarity around that, that's going to bring confidence to you. Right. So how you view yourself as a service provider plays a significant role in how others perceive you and your value that you offer as well, right? So if you know that you can get results for people, that's awesome, right? Like if you know you can get results for people, that's when again you have that confidence, right? So when you've got a strong belief in your expertise and your skills and the value that you bring to the table, it just emanates through your interactions and your communication with your audience. And here's why this mindset's really crucial, okay? Is because confidence, okay, when you have like an unwavering belief in your abilities, it instills confidence in your audience as well. Okay. Confidence is contagious and it reassures potential clients that they can trust you to deliver exceptional results. Does that make sense? But if you're questioning, like, oh, maybe this doesn't work, or maybe I can't get results for people, right? It's going to come across in everything you do, the copywriting, if you're doing a live like this, or if you're on the phone call with somebody, it's going to come up, right? So it's really important that you feel that you can get people good results. And if you've been an expert in something for a long period of time, chances are you're going to be able to get results. Or if you've gotten results for yourself, chances are you're going to be able to get results for other people. Okay. So just like live in that knowing, be grounded in that knowing so that you can have that confidence. And have it resonate with everything that you do. Okay. Because authority, right? Like viewing yourself as an authority in your field, okay, it positions you as a credible and trusted expert. Okay. So this influences how your audience perceives your knowledge and your skills, right? Which is going to increase their willingness to pay a premium price for your services. Does that make sense? And then I mean that also kind of brings up another point too, like, let's say you're a person. Let's take a person that's maybe they go to the doctor and the doctor's like, you need to lose like 200 pounds or you're gonna die. Basically, you're gonna have a heart attack, right? And then that person goes out and tries to find, let's say a coach or like a wellness expert to help them lose those 200 pounds, right? And they come across someone that's charging $100 an hour, or they come across someone that's like, I'll help you lose 200 pounds for $5,000 or $10,000 or something like that, right? That perception, just the price perception, right? I mean, again, you do have to be able to communicate the value around what you're offering effectively, but the initial like, oh, this person charges $100 an hour versus this one charges 5,000, like they probably know what they're talking about because they're charging so much, right? They're probably an expert and I'm probably going to get the best results with that expert, right? Even if it's $10,000, even if I don't have $10,000, what's their life worth, right? If they have that perceived um if they have that perceived value, I guess you could say that that person is going to get them the best results in the quickest time, right? To save their life. Do you think that they're going to find that $10,000? Probably, right? Do you think they're going to, if they know that they're going to die from not taking action and getting the best possible person to help them, support them and do it? Are they gonna waste time, paying $100 an hour with someone that might not know what they're doing, right? So just that price point alone kind of gives us that perceived value. Or let's take a purse, for example, right? You can buy a purse at Target for whatever, $50 or something, or you can buy a Louis Vuitton purse for, I don't know what they are, 5,000, 10,000, right? Can't remember. Anyway, they again, it's the quality, right? It's the value. It's like the perceived value. It's all the marketing that's gone around that purse to make it perceived as a valuable item, right? That, oh, I gotta get the Louis Vuitton, right? It's like a more desired thing because of the price point too, and the perceived value that's been communicated around it. Make sense? So the other thing too is influence. Okay, so your self perception, okay, influences how you convey your message and the connection with your audience. So when you've got a strong belief in the value that you offer, this is so good, so good. It becomes easier to communicate your unique selling proposition and convey the benefits of working with you. Okay. This persuasion okay, can convert interested prospects into paying clients. Okay. So when you're clear on how to do that, it's a no brainer. Right. And then having the resilience too is really important. So having that unshakable conviction in yourself and in your abilities helps you to navigate the challenges and setbacks because every entrepreneur experiences that, okay? And no matter what service you're offering, right? Now you're in the marketing business, right? And I like to say it goes up and down all the way up, right? You're a business owner now. You're not an employee anymore, right? Employees are told what to do. As a business owner, there's a lot of pieces that you got to figure out and try and fit them all together. And you're like a problem solver too, right? So these problems come up and you get challenges and you get setbacks all the time. But and as you grow, you get different ones, right? But they never go away. So anyway, it allows you to stay focused and motivated when you've got this resilience, right? And persistence in pursuing your goals, which in turn positively impacts your interactions with your audience, right? Because you keep on going, you don't let it stop you. So by cultivating like this type of mindset, you project an image of professionalism, of expertise, and of trustworthiness as well, right? If you're in it for the long time, the long term, right? That's kind of gives a bit of trust, right? Well, this person must know what they're doing if they've been doing it for so long, right? Like I've been working with business owners and helping business owners succeed since 1996, right? I didn't just start like a few months ago, right? Like that creates some trustworthiness there. Like I've been in it for the long haul. I'm not most likely probably not going to go anywhere since I've been, talking about business and helping business owners for so long. Like I'm passionate about it. I love it. And it just like it's so deeply fulfilling and satisfying to help them achieve what they want so that they can go and help others achieve what they want. And it just has this ripple effect and it's deeply satisfying and fulfilling. It's not like selling products on Amazon or something like that, where it's just like, there's nothing, it's like, I sell the product. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't find any for me anyway. Maybe somebody else finds that deeply fulfilling and satisfying, but for me personally, not so much. Okay. So, and I think as service providers, the reason why you're doing service is because you want to be of service and you want to help people. So anyway, just having that resilience, right? This ultimately enhances your brand reputation and attracts high ticket clients who are looking for a service provider that they can rely on and invest in. Okay. So remember, how you view yourself sets the tone for how others perceive you. Okay. And you got to embrace your worth. You got to embrace it. Like believe in your capabilities and let that confidence just shine through all your interactions with your audience because that'll happen. Okay, so before I do a recap, let's just see. So, absolutely being so clear on my ability to help people fix their R sounds helps me to convince people to be my client. Absolutely. Yes. Makes sense. So, yeah, it's just like, you're good at what you do and you just got to focus on that. So, to recap, okay? Here are the 4 elements that you must possess to successfully sell your offer for a premium price. One is being able to clearly explain why you and the way you tackle the problems are unique. Number 2, speaking to an audience that can not only afford your what you're charging, but are also willing to pay you. Okay. So meaning that they're committed. Okay. They got to be committed. So, because again, if there's a will, there's a way. If they're committed, they'll find the money. We live in an abundant society here. Number 3 is developing content that ties everything together so that you can start increasing demand for your services through marketing. And number 4, the fourth and most crucial factor is how you view yourself, okay? Bringing that unshakable conviction and assurance to how you interact with your audience. This mindset is important, okay? It instills confidence in your audience and makes them perceive you as the go-to expert while influencing how you deliver your message and how you navigate challenges in your business. So, if this has been helpful for you and you want to learn more about what it truly takes to consistently attract high ticket clients around what you're offering, okay, just type the word attract in the comments and I or someone from my team will get back to you with a DM. And see where we can get you, see what kind of strategy we can share with you. We offer a free 45-minute breakdown session. Like it's like a business audit where we will diagnose what's really going on in your business, why you're not getting results for that you're looking for, and give you the best step-by-step strategy that will take you from where you are today to where what you ultimately want to achieve. How do you get those results? Okay. So I am here every Thursday at 3 p.m. If you want to join me live, you can join me on YouTube at my YouTube channel, Heather Blaze, and please like and subscribe to it. Hit my first 100 subscribers last week. It's very exciting. And just turn on the notifications so that you get notified when I'm going live just once a week. And then you can ask me questions about anything in your business if you want in the comments. Or you can come and join us in Facebook. I've got the free Business Growth Blueprint Facebook group on Facebook, and it's filled with amazing service providers that are all wanting to charge a premium for their services. So we share a lot of great, valuable information in there. But yeah, come join us every Thursday, 3 p.m. Pacific time. I will see you next Thursday. And yeah, hopefully that was helpful. Oh, I just lost my screen now. Hold on. How do I get out of here? All right, there we go. Take care, everyone. See you next Thursday.